We've got some fresh and spicy new details on Hogwarts Legacy thanks to a new blog post from Wizarding World. They're answering fan questions about the game. Some of it we kind of already knew, some of it is new information. So, gonna cover this for you guys here in this video, and I can't wait. Game is 1 month away. Absolutely cannot wait to lose myself in this world. Now, speaking of that, one of the most exciting things from this article, let's just get right into it, is this new image of the Great Hall. Just take this in for a minute. This looks beautiful. Just the ambiance, the floating candles, the enchanted ceiling, the feeling is there. I can't wait to just throw the headset on and just sit at the Great Hall eating my meal or doing my homework and just listening and looking and seeing all the things happening and little quills flying around and maybe owls flying through, dropping off letters and things. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for the atmosphere of this game. Now, getting into the questions, first one we kind of already knew. How do you choose your house? Well, in the, I'm assuming, early stage of the game, we are going to take part in a sorting ceremony where you get to choose your house. You can say, I want to be a Gryffindor, I want to be a Slytherin, or whatever else. Or if you do go to wizardingworld.com, I made a video about this a couple months ago, you can take like the official Harry Potter Wizarding World quiz, and then you can link your accounts, and whatever you get in that personality quiz, it's going to give you a house, and then that house will be what you can use in-game, which is kind of cool. They also have a wand test, so you have to like choose very abstract questions and pictures and things, and it gives you your wand, you know, the type of wood, the string that's inside, that kind of a thing, and then that will also transfer over to the game. So if you guys haven't done that, I'll link that video down in the description. It's actually kind of fun, and it's interesting to see where you get sorted. Number 2, are there any in-game rewards? Again, if you link your Wizarding World account, you are going to get a House Fanatic robe, so you get an extra piece of clothing, as well as, of course, we know there is the Digital Deluxe Edition, where you get a bunch of benefits if you pay a little bit more money. What type of game is Hogwarts Legacy? This is an immersive, open-world action RPG which invites you to be the center of your own Wizarding World story. You'll be able to attend Hogwarts classes, duel, create things, level up, nurture magical creatures, fly, make friends, make enemies, make important decisions, and gradually unfurl ancient secrets about the Wizarding World. And I'm really, really excited for this. Obviously, I mean, we're going to have a fantastic story here, but just like the idea of going to classes, I hope that's really fleshed out. I want to feel like I'm a wizard. I want to go to class. I want to be late to class. I want to be scolded for it. I want to get in trouble. I want to go into restricted areas and have teachers yell at me. Like, I keep thinking about Bully for some reason when I think about this game, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of similarities there where you can just kind of create your own mischief, and I can't wait for it. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So, what is the main plot? Your legacy is what you make it, but there are indeed many fascinating storylines running through the game for you to discover. You're a 5th-year Hogwarts student, so you're coming in year 5, and you may hold the secret to an ancient secret that threatens the Wizarding World. So we're the main character, baby. Everything revolves around us. We've also seen a few subplots mentioned in the game, such as references to the Goblin Rebellions and a number of other characters with their own secrets. So really, the Goblin Rebellion is kind of like a lot of what we've heard about so far. We've also heard about poachers out in the wild. You've got to go save the fantastic beasts and bring them back to your vivarium and things. So we really haven't heard much of this main plot yet. We just know that there's some sort of a big secret, and we are the key to solving that. And we're going to have a bunch of subplots along the way. So still a lot that we don't know yet. Now, like I said, we start as a 5th year, so that brings up the question, why do we start as a 5th year? That's kind of weird. Typically, you go to Hogwarts, you're getting sorted, you're a year 1, you know, tiny, scared, overwhelmed with everything. We're coming in year 5. We're over halfway through our schooling. Why weren't we at Hogwarts before? What have we been up to? Well, we suspect it's for a pretty important reason to be allowed to join Hogwarts so late. In the most recent gameplay footage, it was revealed that our character will receive a field guide from the Ministry of Magic, which will help us catch up on our studies. So that's kind of like your tutorial, and you complete things and tasks and stuff as you play through the game. And if the Ministry is so eager to help us, surely we must be important. And that draws back to the main thing. There's this big ancient secret, and for some reason, we are the key. Are we extra powerful? Do we have a crazy lineage? Do we have a tie somewhere? Who knows? But we are the MVP here. Now, there have been references to to an ancient knowledge long gone from this world. We possess a strange and mysterious talent that could unlock a dormant power. So, you know, our character, everything is going through us. We've got to figure out what this power we have is, what makes us special, how we can use that, and basically how we can save the world. When is Hogwarts Legacy set? Well, it takes place in the late 1800s, which is a long time before the Harry Potter Hogwarts that we know. The movies and books took place in the 1990s, so, you know, it's going to be interesting. We're going to have a lot of new. We are going to have some familiarity, though. Obviously, the castle has been around. It's been untouched for a long time. Hogwarts loves its history, so, you know, some of those ghosts in classrooms and hallways aren't going to be all that much different. We know Nearly Headless Nick is going to be in the game. We know Peeves is going to be in the game. We've seen the Fat Lady portrait. Professor Bin still teaches the history of magic, which is a class we can attend. And obviously there are some other ghosts, the Fat Friar, the Bloody Baron, etc., that we will probably end up running into. We're also going to be meeting some new characters. So we know of a goblin called Ranrock, a house elf called Deke. Sebastian Sallow is going to be a Slytherin student who is very much obsessed with dark arts and dark magic and the unforgivable curses. We've got Natsai, which is a quick-witted Gryffindor. Poppy, a magical creature-loving Hufflepuff. Zenobia, who's the young Ravenclaw student we've seen in some of the gameplay so far, who gives us like a gobstone quest and stuff. So, you know, obviously a lot of professors. There's going to be a lot of characters to get to know, to befriend, and probably also make enemies with. What lessons and classes are we going to be able to attend? Well, we've got potions, charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology, and the history of magic that we know so far. History of magic we didn't know until this article came out. That one's actually going to be kind of interesting. I feel like all the other ones, you know, potions, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, and charms, flick and swish, Leviosa, not Leviosa. But like the history, how do you make history interesting from a gameplay perspective? Like how do you know the history when it's in the 1800s? Because like the 1990s history we would kind of know from like references to old wizards then, but like if you're in the 1800s, what happened back in the 17 and 1600s? We don't know. So that's going to be an interesting class to take. But yeah, there are going to be tons of classes. Those are just the ones we know so far. We could have more. I'm really interested to see how this works. I'm sure there are going to be some mandatory classes to be able to learn certain charms and progress. Do we have to go to all classes? If you don't have to, if you do attend them, do you learn extra? Does it help you out? Hopefully. I'm going to Hermione Granger it for sure. Better get me a time turner because I'm going to everything. Now, speaking of classes and spells, of course, we've got to ask dark spells. We know that all three unforgivable curses are in the game. So it's going to be interesting. Are you going to be using Imperio, Crucio, and Avada Kedavra? Or are you going to take a different route? Are you going to be nice? We do have branching storylines. We do have multiple endings. So I think that's going to be a major choice that you're going to have to make. And Sebastian Sallow, the Slytherin that we mentioned before, like we said, really interested in these spells. I think we kind of learn them with him. So if you go his route, he might become a friend of yours. If you say, no, I'm being a good guy, he might become an enemy. Can we fly? Of course, we've seen flying in the gameplay, so we're going to be able to branch out, get away from Hogwarts, and go out into the Scottish Highlands to be able to explore. Unfortunately, there is not going to be any sort of a playable Quidditch. A lot of people are keeping their fingers crossed for some sort of a DLC at some point, but I doubt that happens. That would be pretty crazy. I'd be very excited. I don't think that's going to happen. They made it clear Quidditch is not coming. We are going to have broom races though, so that could be kind of interesting. Hopefully those are pretty fun and challenging. Speaking of traveling around, where can we go? Well, I mean, of course, the main part of this game is going to be the castle. It promises us a deeply detailed and rich exploration of Hogwarts, which is by far the most important part. But we're also going to be able to go out and practice dueling in battle arenas. We're going to be able to cautiously traipse through the Forbidden Forest. We're going to be able to go shopping in Hogsmeade, and probably some more that we haven't even seen yet. Along those adventures, we're going to meet some magical creatures. So far, we've seen Neasels, Nifflers, Hippogriffs, Dragons, Graphorns, Mooncalves, and Trolls. And of course, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more fantastical beasts to check out. And last but not least, the last question is, how customizable is the avatar? Kind of a random one at the end here. I don't know. I moved some of these around to make a little bit more sense, but it says vary from freckles to different tones of voice to skin and hair colors. There will also be a variety of outfits and accessories to choose from, some of which you're going to acquire along the journey, or some of which you're going to have to purchase from wizarding shops. So again, some of this stuff we already knew, but some interesting new tidbits in here, along with, you know, storyline details and the photo of the Great Hall. I cannot wait for this game, dude. I just can't. I don't even know what to say. I haven't looked this forward to a game in a very, very long time. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. We are going to continue covering this game as more details come out. We are 1 month away from release. Absolutely cannot wait. This is going to be one of the best series we've ever done on this channel. I'll see you guys there. Peace out.